guys, Tambo here with your weekly core report. This last week was our biggest ever for our members, including 2 more millionaires. NFL was our biggest cash cow last week, highlighted by some great calls across all of our content, including JT Hayes being all over the 49ers game script on Sunday.
I think Todd Bowles is a terrible head coach, and I think they'll come in with a terrible game plan in this game, and I think they could get wiped. I think it means a lot of touches for Christian McCaffrey, so if you simply pivot from Henry to McCaffrey, that's a huge ownership discount.
Our cores and player pools were littered with the highest scoring players on the slate. Our members were in sync with our content, and the leaderboards proved it. JDub115 hit for 7K. Sammy Davis Jr. hit for 10K. OG member Brittany turned $75 into 11K. Jay Ree won 30K. CSP246 shipped 40K. Craven or Vag used Mangones and my weekly construction advice to hit for 40K. And K Phallic hit for 46K with a Russell Wilson lineup. We'll get to our biggest NFL winners in just a second. But first, we need to shout out some big wins in our other sports. Our content continued to crush in the soccer streets, with NYG fan hitting for 10K. K Phallic's hot streak continued in the World Cup, shipping for 27K. In NBA, Long Dick Dong hit for 7K, while in MMA, Sevens Vox shipped a monster 51K. At Rumpier Sports, we take pride in featuring content contributors who actually make a living playing DFS. There's nothing better than when our members benefit from our content, and this week was the best week yet, producing 2 DraftKings Millie Maker winners to follow up last week's Millie Maker success. Shout out to Deepwater, who shipped $1 million in the 44-44, and huge shout out as well to Gordon Jonathan. He shipped the $20 Millionaire Maker with a monster score of 272 DK points, blowing away the competition. If you want to be featured in the core report, drop your winning lineup in the Members Never Win channel in our premium Discord. If you're not a member, join now. You won't find a better value with all sports included for one low price. Remember, if you're not winning with us, you're watching us win. Until next time, let's keep running pure.
Happy Saturday and welcome to the NBA Hardwood over here on Run Pure Sports. I'm Eric Crane and I am joined, some Saturdays I get Kurt, some Saturdays I don't. Today's one of those days. Kurt, how you doing, man?
Doing good. I'm watching this game, so if I'm a little bit unattentive, that's why. I'm sure most of you all have it on as well. We're going to make it a quick and easy show today because there is still news to come out. There's already news that hit. We're going to be stacking one team, so let's get after it. I'm glad to be on the show with you guys. Always fun.
Yeah, this Colts game is wild. Obviously, for those of you living under a rock, the Colts were up 33-0, and then right now it's 36-36 in overtime. It's wild. And Matt Ryan somehow, and I was just saying this before the show, somehow the Colts have 36 points, and Matt Ryan still has managed to have under 200 passing yards, which should be I don't know, you should get some sort of prize for that. Megan Schauf, what's up, Megan? How we doing? Good to be on with you.
Yeah, it's great to be on with you, Crane. I don't have a TV in my office, so you guys can keep me posted on the football news. I really appreciate it, but always excited to be on a show with you guys. And yeah, like Kurt said, we've got some, already some news that I think we can lean into. So hopefully it should be pretty straightforward today.
Yeah, we're still waiting on some pieces of news today. We don't know whether Giannis is going to play or not. We're still waiting on news on Shea. Jeremy Grant, he's questionable. Josh Giddey, also questionable. Those are the main pieces right now. And if that news comes along while we're doing the show, obviously we will pass that along to you. But we're going to go game by game. We're going to figure out who's in, who's out, who the good plays are. And we're going to kick it off with the Memphis Grizzlies, where Desmond Bane is out tonight, which means that we get more usage for Ja Morant. We get a lot of usage for Jaren Jackson, assuming he can be on the floor. We get a lot to like here with this Memphis Grizzly team. Now, the guard position is really loaded tonight, which means that can you really pay it for Ja? I don't know. Kurt, do you think we can pay it for Ja?
Yeah, I mean, I assume Giannis is going to be out. I think it's going to be a game where they run just Holiday. It's going to be just Holiday at the big three. Obviously, Milton's already out, but that's kind of where I think I'm leaning now. But Ja kind of put those rumors to bed about how he doesn't get his points prop against OKC usually. Put that to rest with 66 fantasy points last time they matched up. There's not really many spin-ups I love too much without Giannis and Donkey. This would be a great slate for all this value to have them. But okay, that's for tomorrow. Sorry, I just saw Jason Tatum rolled out. But yeah, so he's probably going to be the most popular spend. Just went for 60 against these boys. I think just from the fact of like all the other dominoes falling, I'm going to be really interested in him. But as far as the other Memphis guys, I don't really see a need. Brooks on this slate, no chance. Jaren Jackson 6.9 is pretty appealing. He's honestly been able to do a great job of not fouling this year, which God, everyone would always say like if he just doesn't foul, he's going to nuke. We're having that kind of year of him controlling that a little bit. That's probably the only way I'm leaning for Memphis right now. For OKC, we just need to see the news. I don't want to really speak on them until we get the news because it could change everything. But they will be there will be some great options if the news falls right.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Darius Baisley news also. And I think actually we might have got Darius Baisley news. Hold on, don't quote me on that. But yeah, Megan, when you look at this Memphis team, I mean, are you playing Ja? I think Jaren Jackson's a phenomenal play today. What are you doing with this Memphis team and with this Oklahoma City team, depending on what happens with Shea and Josh Giddey?
Right. So full disclosure, during NFL season, I lean really heavily on the playbook, which is done so well by, I believe, Glaucoma on our team. So I was reading that over and it says, you want to target bigs against OKC. So I do have some interest maybe in Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson Jr. And then, of course, love to spend up with John Morant. And then, of course, on the that's for Memphis, and for OKC, they're kind of just waiting to hear on the injury news. But again, that's what's, Discord and the core plays later and everything. I know we'll all be on top of that.
Oh yeah, this is one of those slates where for you members out there, you're going to want to be checking out the Run Pure Sports Discord, because obviously we're going to have all the news in there. We're going to have what that means for your teams. And and by the way, whether you're a member or not, do us a favor, click the like button, click the subscribe button. It helps us out over here at Run Pure Sports. And I said, basically, we're staying waiting on news. I was wrong, which, as much as I don't like to admit, does happen from time to time. Darius Baisley is out tonight, which means maybe, okay, Kurt, I'm just going to say the name of somebody, and it's a dirty 4-letter word, so I know you're going to like it.
Dort?
Any interest? Poku.
Oh, Poku? I'd much rather play Poku than Dort, honestly. But, because I'm playing GPPs. If he gets me 7, oh, well, close the laptop on tomorrow. If he gets me 50, you all are screwed. People bitch about – I'm sorry. My grandma's watching this. People complain about him.
Hi, Kurt's grandma! Hey!
Hey, grandma. But, yeah, so people complain about him. You know what you're getting. You're going to get a nuke game. You're going to get a crap game. If you get a crap game, go on to the next slate. So what? So I don't really get the hate for him. You know what you're getting.
Yeah. And, the thing is, too, and I'm just going to go back to Jaren Jackson because I like him a lot tonight. If Poku is going to play significant minutes, guess who's not going to stop Jaren Jackson? There is no shot that Poku has against Triple J. So, speaking of no shot, man, Matt Ryan sucks. Holy
You're
cow,
ahead
Minnesota.
of me, so please be quiet.
Oh, it's unbelievable. But I don't know what it is, because somehow, television in Southern Illinois is faster than television anywhere else. I have this problem
living there.
Yeah, it really. Well, we have outhouses and farmland, but it's wild. It's for some reason my TV is always 10 seconds faster than everybody else's. But for you guys again living under a rock, Minnesota about to get the ball back 36-36 with 2 minutes to go in overtime, because only the Colts could be up 33-0 and in a freaking tie. All right, let's talk about Dallas and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And if you're looking for value, look no further than the Dallas Mavericks, because Luka Doncic, he's out. Spencer Dinwiddie, nope. Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, nope. Josh Green, he is out as well, which means that all the value in the world is coming from the Dallas Mavericks. Does Chalk Kemba Walker interest you? I don't know. What about Chalk Christian Wood? That sounds a little bit better. Maybe a little bit of, I don't know, THJ. I don't know. Kurt, what are you doing here with this Dallas Chalk?
So definitely using the value. I will say a couple things. The other night we had all the Clippers out, and we went to Dusty Ass John Wall. Wasn't the move. Now, 5-3 is a lot different than 3K, but I'm going to view this as I want to have a lot more Hardy than I do.
Yes! Welcome, buddy.
Yeah, the guy's going to shoot it probably 15, 20. Him and THJ are just going to take turns just chucking up shots. They're going to be fabulous. Can't wait to watch it. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of interest in him, as everyone else will, but I'm gonna be lower in the field on Kemba. I will have a little bit. Don't think you want to be over the field on dusty ass Kemba. It's just like his first time getting significant minutes with this team. So careful with that. TSJ, I think will come in a little bit lower owned because everyone will jam the other guys. Like they'll want to get Wood, Kemba, or Hardy, and then Hardaway will be somewhat lower owned, not too low. So don't mind that. Christian Wood, if he was like 7.8, he would still definitely be in play in a good play. But like
I think 6'3", you just lock him in.
Yeah. But the matchup it's not a great matchup for him.
No.
So if he was 7'8", I would consider the fade, but nah, 6'3". Fantasy points per minute guy is just insane with all these other guys out. So yeah, just lock and load, misprice as far as like context.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, you mentioned Kemba, and I think he's a really interesting fade. He hasn't played more than 19 minutes this season. And even if he gets minutes in the mid-20s, like, look, Megan, these guys always crush. Every time I fade these dudes, they just, crush for 25 points, and I cry a little bit, and it's not fun for anybody. Yeah, I like Kurt's call with Jaden Hardy. That's a guy that absolutely loves to chuck the basketball, and he should be running that second unit. So I like playing three of these guys. I like playing THJ. I like playing Christian Wood. I like playing Hardy. Megan, who do you want to play?
Well, those are my three guys right
Welcome
there.
Welcome aboard.
So
we are lockstep
check. Because to all of Kurt's points, and you mentioned them too, as to why, Kemba might be a better fade and going to Hardy at minimum price. So yeah, those are my three from Dallas. And then, I think it's interesting. I know I've learned on these shows that, you may want to run it back with at least one Cleveland player. So I, may have some interest in Jared Allen or Darius Garland or Donovan Mitchell. I'm still trying to decide. Kurt, do you have any thoughts on the Cleveland side?
I don't really love a run back here.
You don't want to run back?
Yeah, I'm not going to force him to run back. If I would, it'd be like Jared Allen.
Okay, Jared Allen. Yeah, because he's okay. Got it.
One thing I will say,
go ahead.
I really hope that they start Kemba, and I really hope that Hardy's not in the starting lineup.
Yeah, that would help.
Same.
Ownership.
Oh my God, ownership would just be cut in half, and it would just be the nuts. I really want that to happen.
Yeah, if you end up playing somebody from Cleveland, I think it's fine. Like Garland at 7'6" on DK, that's reasonable. Donovan Mitchell 8'9", I think that's reasonable. You got to remember too, like typically when the stars are out for these teams, the defense ends up suffering a little bit because guys have to expend more energy than they're used to on offense. So
right.
Christian Wood, THJ, they're going to have to take more of a role offensively, which means the defense might slip a little bit. I like these Cleveland guys. Okay. I just, I don't know. Like I'm not.
Yeah. Don't force it. I totally get.
If I end up with 7-6 left for a guard spot, cool. I'll throw Darius Garland there. I have no problem. We did get a question in the chat about Kevin Love. Kurt, I'll throw it to you, man. Any interest? Wait. I did this wrong. Any love for Kevin Love?
No, I mean, this slate, you do not need to do it like at all. You don't need the value.
Yep. I tend to agree. It's just not a situation I am looking at. All right. One game I am looking at, because we're still waiting on some news, it's Utah at Milwaukee. We're still waiting on Giannis news. Obviously, no Chris Middleton for Milwaukee. Megan, I'll just start with you. If Giannis is in, are you wanting to play him?
Yes, I pretty much always have interest in Giannis when, almost every night. So especially with Middleton out, if Giannis is in, I definitely have interest. But like you guys mentioned, if Giannis is out, then of course we can turn to, Bobby Portis, Drew Holiday, and kind of focus there.
Yeah, and Drew Holiday at 8-3, like, I don't want to pay 8-3 for Drew Holiday, but if he's the only dude, Kurt, like, what choice do I have?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm leaning towards Giannis being out. If he's in, easily going to play him. There's infinite value. Just plug him in. Just get the raw points. If he's out, lock in Holiday. Simple as that. And I'm probably going to run it back and have lock in Lopez or Portis as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really love the other pieces, to be honest. Like Pat Connaughton's 3-4, but don't really need the value. That's kind of how I'm handling that. And for the Jazz, not too much interest really. It's basically the lineup they've been running. So nothing really stands out too much. You can go back, maybe Lowry Markkanen finds like that whatever magic he had beginning of the season, maybe, but it seems like he might have lost that.
Colin Sexton is out for Utah, so we talked about last pieces in. If Mike Conley's your last piece in, I guess that's fine. Like he should play over 30 minutes, and he's only 5-5 over on DraftKings. And I do have to give an update. Megan, I know that you don't have a TV in your room. Minnesota is lining up for a game-winning 40-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Sorry, Kurt. I know I'm spoiling
they came
it for
back.
you.
What a
They
game.
came back and won.
Unreal.
Minnesota wins.
Hey, who bet the
39.
money line bet? Who bet the money line bet?
I did. I have
Never-
a money line bet. I have a money
Never
line
in
bet.
doubt.
Oh, it
Never
has.
in
Oh my
doubt.
god, plus 2,700. I don't want to. I would get unit shamed if I told you how much I put on it. But let's go.
Unit shaved. Is that a real thing?
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh, unit.
Largest
Yeah.
comeback in NFL history, baby.
Yeah. Yep. There
Wow.
you go. Way to go, Jeff Saturday. Maybe don't hire a coach who coached in high school and had a losing record to coach your NFL team. Just a hint for the Indianapolis Colts ownership piece. All right. Anyways, back to the Jazz. Mike Conley, if he's your last piece in, I guess that's fine. Larry Marketed 8-1. I don't know if I could do that. Megan, can you do any of these Jazz pieces?
I don't have a ton of interest in the Jazz pieces here, just because I think there's just so many other places we want to go on this slate because of where the value is and what studs we want to get in and that kind of stuff. So no, it's probably a pass for me.
Yeah, in the chat they say any interest in Clarkson after dropping 60 last game. I'm not chasing a 60 piece from Jordan Clarkson.
I'm
Like,
gonna
I'm
kill
ju-
myself.
Okay, well that's the extreme option. Like that was
Oh.
like I don't know
Play
if I go
everyone,
that
yeah.
far.
If you're playing Jordan Clarkson, just come in my whatever contest I'm in. Come get some, please. Please.
Yep.
On this slate,
Yep.
in this
Speaking
economy.
in this economy, we also had a Reggie Bullock question, which
I think any one
You know
of those Mavs. I mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be my preference, but like if I'm full stacking 4 Mavs and one of them is Bullock, then yeah.
yeah, we're on Jaden Hardy over here. We ain't messing with no Reggie Bullock. All right, let's go to our final. No, we got one game after this. Let's go to our second
Like,
last
damn
game.
it.
Portland. It's Portland at Houston. For Portland, Nasir Little and Gary Payton are both out. For Houston, Alperen Sengun, he's probable. Jayshawn Tate is out here. Kurt, I'm going to start with you and just say that, man, there's just not a lot to like here.
Yeah, not too much. As always, like as long as they're gonna keep pricing KPJ and Jalen Green like this, at any point they can pop for like 45, make an optimal. So we'll have interest there. Sengun, same thing. I mean, 6'1", just
Ugh, I
might get
can't
in
do
foul
it.
trouble here. These are last piece options for me. I'd rather play Green or Porter, but like if I don't have an issue taking another center, like I mean, Sengun's a solid player. I don't know why you're hating on him.
I don't know. Like, I don't like guys that might play 19 minutes.
That's true, but
Like, that's like guys like that just drive me up the wall. And then like because they're not. I like fun sweats. Like I want to watch games and enjoy it. I don't want to be sweating. Is Alperen Sengun going to end up in the game for the rest of the game? Like that's not fun to me. I play DFS to make
it
money.
doesn't
of course,
help
but I
that
also-
like Tari Eason and like the other guys have actually started to play a lot better. So that also hurts.
Yep, absolutely. And the chat says, "Give me all the Damian Lillard." Look, I'm never going to tell somebody don't play Dame because Dame can go off for 80 at any
Sure.
point. And at 10-3, nobody's going to be playing him because if they're paying that price, they're going to be playing John Moran at point guard. So I'm not going to besmirch anybody for playing Damian Lillard. He's not really on my radar. Megan, is he on your radar? Is anybody in this game on your radar?
He would be on my radar a lot more if Jeremy Grant was out, which we're still waiting for that news, correct? Okay, so if
Yep.
Jeremy Grant's out, then yes, I have more interest in Dame. So not really, just again because of just other places I want to go. Don't mind Porter and Jalen Green from the Houston side, but don't think I'm going to make it a priority either.
Yeah, we're still waiting on news on Josh Hart also. And if he's in 5'9" in a pace-up game, like I'm not going to tell anybody not to play somebody against Houston at 5'9". Like I'm just not going to do it. But I just and there's some Jabari Smith. Kurt, I know you're like you're college guys. Any interest in Jabari Smith for you?
For sure. I mean, the guy's been improved. Like I said, all these guys in this game just feel like kind of like last piece options. I will say though, I'm running 10 lines tonight. If Giannis is rolled out, I'm splitting Lillard and SGA. And I might even have some with both, but I'm splitting them down the middle evenly. Like I don't really think that I kind of like Lillard's leverage because he'll be a lot lower owned.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be splitting them. And what was the question again? Oh, Jabari. Yeah, I like Jabari's last piece. Yeah, all these Houston guys, I'm usually just last piece filler options. I think they're all capable of a good ceiling. Besides Sengun, they have a decent floor. So that's how I'm treating them.
Yeah, the chat says Houston sucks against point guards. Houston sucks against everybody. So like you guys can like if you wanna play any of these Portland guys, go, but they just seem appropriately priced. You know, we're always looking for value, where it's the best bang for our buck. And it's just tough to imagine that comes from Portland, even in the good matchup. All these guys are priced up.
With
You know,
Giannis
like
out in the value, though, like Damian Lillard, that when I look at that, if Giannis is out and I look at Damian Lillard 10-3 with all his value, all I see is like 9K. Like the salary is not going to matter that much to me.
no,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
get it. I'm just saying that if people are paying that much for a point guard, they're just going to play Ja.
Exactly. I agree with that 100%. That's
So
why I think we should just split it and get leverage on half the
yeah,
line.
I have no problem with that whatsoever. Like
Yeah.
Lillard's
Obviously,
one of
we
those
would
guys
all
that
prefer Ja, though. I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, 3 out of 5 times, Ja probably outscores Lillard, but is the ownership going to be worth it? I don't know. Like he's not going to be owned. He can't be owned on this slate, even with all the value. You know, you could tell you what, you want to get really weird, play Ja and Lillard together. That's going to be a tough one to sell. But if you can find a way to do it and don't hate your team, yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. The problem is so much of the value is that point guard.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it gets a little bit tricky if you're trying to do that. Speaking of a little bit tricky, let's talk about our last game. New Orleans at Phoenix. We got Brandon Ingram. He's going to be missing this one. A little bit more Zion, a little bit more CJ McCollum. And for the Phoenix Suns, I got a few guys out. DeAndre Ayton, Cam Johnson, Cameron Payne. They are all out. So, Megan, I'm just going to kick it to you really quick. Zion, CJ, do you have a preference? Do you want to play them both? Do you want to play neither? What do you think about these stars for the Pelicans?
For the Pelicans, I'm interested in both, but I would prioritize Zion in this spot. I think this is a great spot for him and love Zion from that side.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Any updates, Kurt? Again,
No, I thought Dobbins was about to break one. I'm sorry. Oof, I'm sorry, man.
So it's Zion. I'll keep it simple, and then Kirk can give his take. But it's Zion is my priority on the New Orleans side.
Yeah, I mean, if you can afford him, I would rather try and spend that money at power forward just because there's so much guard value. Kurt, are you playing Zion or CJM? What are you doing?
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I got distracted by it. I thought Dobbins was about to break one. I got a lot of Dobbins in best ball and everything.
Oh, so do I do. Too.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said Dalvin. I'm like, oh my God, how far behind are you?
No, Dobbins. So I agree with you. Like the value being at guard is really going to lead some of my builds right to Zion, and he's just been absolutely crushing it. It's been awesome. So we'll fall in there, especially if Giannis is out. I'll say it again. As far as anyone else in this game so far, you got to I'm going to have Jock or Bismack in one every line. They're going to be split. Obviously, I think Jock after the big game last game, even though Bismack got the start, it was him that went off. But we saw early in the season, it kind of flip flops. You never know which one of these guys are going to go off. So I'm splitting it. If you want to get crazy leverage, I would just go Bismack because we're going to be lower. Even though we don't know who's going to start, I imagine it's going to be the same. But
I mean, everybody's going to see what Jock did last game and go to him. But Bismack got in foul trouble. So it could absolutely end up being flip-flopped here. And I think where you get Landale at 30%, Bismack might be, 10 or 15%. I think he's a great tournament option.
Bismack all day. I like that.
Yep. Chat says Mikal Bridges playing 40 minutes a game look decent. I'm never going to tell you not to play a dude playing 40 minutes a game. Like you can of course play Mikal Bridges. The problem is, Megan, the dude is he's 6'6". Like I actually think that's pretty reasonable. What do you think about Bridges or even his son?
But I think I'm biased, so
I understand. You don't even want to mess with it. I get it. I have no problem.
We all
with
have
that.
those players. We all have.
Oh
those
yeah,
players.
absolutely. And I think if you fade Bridges, even at 40 minutes, he's unlikely to kill you.
Right.
I don't yeah. Creighton follows NBA DFS. I thought he was only football. You know what? I am a man of many talents.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, we did freeze for a second. I think we're back. In the chat, they want to know, is 3 Mavs okay in a GPP? Megan,
please,
definitely.
You better have 3, at least 3.
Yeah, I think 3. And the 3 that we all kind of agree on, we like Christian Wood, We like Tim Hardaway Jr. and we like Jaden Hardy. Those are the kind of three we're looking at. Kemba's going to be more popular than any of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play Kemba, go for it. Look, I mean, he's minimum price and probably going to get 25 minutes. I'm going to make a tournament fade, though. And like, if he screws me, he screws me. And I will just have to live with those consequences. All right, let's go to the plays of the day. Kurt, who you got?
Wait, can I say one thing about Bridges? If you follow him,
Absolutely
like
not.
Okay.
Nope, sorry. I'm just.
See you guys.
Go ahead.
If you follow Bridges as the last piece, like obviously it's fine. But if Giannis is out, I think you already have Portis and Wood in that range that you'll be playing. I just don't really think you need it. But if you fall on it, like that's fine too. I will say the play of the day is going to be Bismack Biyombo for me, even if he starts or doesn't start.
That.
All right. I have no problem whatsoever with Bismack Biyombo. Again, got in foul trouble last game. If he gets the minutes here, he could absolutely crush. Megan, play of the day. Who you got?
So I'm going to go, I talk about the guys that have either been bad for me, been good for me. I've won a couple bets with Tim Hardaway Jr. lately, some threes bets. And so I'm feeling the love for Tim Hardaway Jr. tonight. That's one of the 3 Dallas pieces we talked about. And I'm going to go with Tim Hardaway Jr. kind of priced in that mid-range. So maybe he won't be quite as owned as some of the other value plays for Dallas. So give me Tim Hardaway Jr.
All right. And my play of the day, I'm going to go back to our first game. A guy that I just don't think he can be too popular because everybody's going to be playing Christian Wood at this position. I like Jaren Jackson a lot against this Oklahoma City team. Again, Jalen Williams, Aaron Wiggins, none of these guys are going to be able to guard him. Poku, yeah, right. So like Jaren Jackson to me is just an absolute smash spot at low ownership, and I don't hate him at all. In fact, I like him a lot. He is my play of the day. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into the NBA Hardwood. We have had a blast as always, and make sure you check us out. We got more stuff coming up tonight. We got all kinds of shows coming up tomorrow. You're gonna have me on the Morning Wood. You have Up to Lock. You got all sorts of stuff going on. We're gonna go ahead and jump off here though. For Megan, for Kurt, I'm Eric. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will catch you all later. Bye.